You know, it wasn't. Yeah.
Yep.
But that's
He was saying these nations don't agree in nothing.
they're gonna be at war with each other. So how they gonna take the MOTB? But you don't even understand that everybody's in compliance with this digital agenda,
And
even though they are at war with one another.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because I also looked up, you know, when I was, you know, reading that article about, you know, Burkina, you know, I think that's the name, Slock, if I'm saying that wrong. Burkina Faso, Mali, you know, they're connected, bro. And it's
Yeah,
three
all
countries,
of them. Yeah.
and they call it the Sahel, Sahel. For brother, want to look that up?
Yes, Sahel states.
The Sahel states,
The
man.
AES.
Yep.
With Niger.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, so those are the 3 states, you know, and they're working towards joining together so they can be one country.
Right.
You know, they call it the Sahel states, and they broke off from Nigeria, from it's another group of West
ECOWAS?
African states, man.
It's called ECOWAS. That's
You know,
what they call
yeah,
that
that's
group.
who they broke off from.
Yeah.
That's who they broke off from.
It was Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger.
Yeah, it says the Alliance of Sahel States
Yeah.
is the overview.
With Niger, and that's why that article, you know, I brought out that article because they're moving into that biometric, you know, digital ID.
Yep.
You know,
Which
and it's
the whole world is moving towards that.
And the crazy thing about it is, like, I just typed something quick in the AI overview. It says how those nations, the Sahel states with Niger, they're pivoting away from Western ties, the U.S. and France.
Now they backed by Russia.
Yep, and towards Russia and China, and recently imposing retaliatory travel bans on the U.S. So they're pivoting away from the U.S.
The Western
and
influence.
France, but yet they're still getting a digital biometric IDs.
Yep.
So it's showing you the elites are still in control, even though these nations are able to fight against one another. We don't agree with the U.S., but we're still moving forward with the digital currency. They're going to move forward with the MOTB.
Yeah, I got this to back you up. But you want to read something?
Yeah, I was just bringing out Alliance of the Sahel States. It says the Confederation of Sahel States, also known as the Alliance of Sahel States, or AES Confederation, is a confederation formed between Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, located in the Sahel region of Africa. Just to clarify what we're talking about.
Right.
I
Now,
can get that out.
just go in and read that for me.
So it says, when did this...
Just read what I asked.
Okay, so the brother had asked, winning the 6G race means what?
Yeah, winning the 6G race, and everybody it's a race because it's multiple people in it.
Yeah.
It's not just America. No, he's competing.
Yeah.
America's competing with China. America's competing. China's in the race. Russia's in the race because if you don't participate, you fall behind.
Yeah.
Now the thing is that they're pushing it, like you said, it's a race, like we're all trying to compete, but what it's doing is making all these nations tie into one system.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to be the first in 6G. We're going to be the first in 6G. Well, now we're going to all combine to be in the 6G.
Well, there's a reason behind it. What y'all saying. I'm just gonna get to the point in this chat.
That's great.
So I asked chat, winning the 6G race means what? It says winning the 6G race means being the country or bloc, right, or set of countries. Like you got the BRICS nation, you know, right? It says being the country that sets the technological, economic, and geopolitical rules for the next generation of global connectivity, not just having faster phones, man.
Oh yeah.
You see? So they're all in the same mentality on what they're doing, but they're battling for preeminence.
Yeah.
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 Who's going to be the first? Who's going to be the one to set these rules and these geopolitical, policies, man? Right? It says here's what it really implies, layer by layer. Number one, technological dominance. 6G is expected around 2030 and goes far beyond 5G. Winning means leading in terahertz spectrum communications, AI native networks, ultra low latency, integrated sensing and communications, satellite terrestrial integration. Whoever leads here controls the core patents and standards that everyone else must license. You see? So it says control of global standards. The real battlefield is not speed, it's standards. If you win, your technical designs become the global default, right?
The standard, yeah.
Other countries must build systems compatible with yours. You collect royalties and licensing fees for decades. You influence how data is structured, routed, and authenticated. This is why the US, China, EU, Japan, and South Korea are racing so aggressively. So they all geared towards the same goal, but it's like, nigga, who gonna be at the head of this to reap all the benefits of who can get there first?
But we all gonna have this system.
You know, it's like two countries. Here it is, like a race to the west. You know what I'm saying? Like you had the English, you had the French, you had the Spanish, and they all had their hands over here in the west. And it was like, who's gonna have the dominance over here so that what we can exploit the resources of the West, which was what gonna aid to the home country, whether it was Spain, whether it was France, or whether it was England, man. So liken that unto what this 6G race, you know, this technological race that these devils, you know, are gearing in, man. You know, so they all got the same goal, you know, but they looking to see who's gonna be at the head of the table, so to speak. You know, so that's why we see different countries posturing. The Sahel states, they like, nigga, we side with Russia, nigga, to hell with you niggas. You know, Iran, China, you know, Brazil, these particular the countries, they're all with each other. Then you have other countries that's with the West, and America, and UN, and Israel, man. You know, then you got certain countries that's neutral, and they like, nigga, we gonna do whatever.
They gonna
you know?
fall. Whoever wins,
They gonna fall in line with underneath whoever wins, man.
But they all gonna have to have that system, you know.
It's all going into that system, man. And it's starting in the basic building blocks is what? You know, the biometrics, man.
Yeah.
The biometric IDs, and that was something else I had to ask the chat. And we could pull up precepts with. Brother can get into that Revelation 13, man. Hey, because this should be the year, bro, when all that starts rolling out, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Where the C-hip could be made mandatory. Yeah. You know? All it takes is a crash of you know?
Black Swan.
They roll out, because this 6G, they saying 2030. You know, Lord's will, this 6G gonna roll out this 6G a whole lot faster than 2030, man. You know? And all it takes is you know, is a currency to collapse, man. Yeah. A major currency like the American dollar. Because we already see, there's reports of Iran's currency. You know, Iran money failed, man. And there's protests all in the streets of Iran. You know? So it's major things that's happening here at the end of 2025 going into 26, bro. So it's going to be a heavy year, man, through the spirit, man.
Yeah, and I was just gonna make mention just real quick because just going back to reflecting on I believe it was 2020 when you had the pandemic and they was racing to get those jump shots out, and they had the different brands of jump shots, you know. So it's gonna be the same thing these times to come. You know, you're gonna have the different brands of these MOTBs, you know, that's gonna soon to come out, man. You know, but I just want to make a point on that.
The Revelation.
Yeah, it's like everybody trying to fight for who got next to rule.
Yeah.
But Yahweh Shai, he's about to establish his kingdom here on earth. While they're here trying to do all this nonsense, the Lord is about to establish a righteous kingdom. While they're trying to bring forth that new war order, the Lord's about to bring his world with order.
Yeah, you know, that's that Job. It says when he was about to fill his belly, then the Most High shall bring wrath upon him.
Yep.
Can I hit this real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Psalms 2:1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Just backing up what Pops and Barack was going into, right? These countries, they imagine vain things, thinking they're gonna control the world and have a one world government and go off into the sunset. It's like, nah, the Lord, it said his counsel shall stand. Like the Lord got plans for this place, and he gonna set up in due time one that's profitable.
I got a precept to back that up. This is Psalms 21 and verse. Oh man, I'll start at verse 9. It says, "Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them." That's going to be the judgment. All right, you take that MOTB. That's Revelations 14.
Yep.
I believe it's verse 8 and on down. It says you get that MOTB, you get the C-hip. All right, fire comes with that. All right, that's the judgment. And before you get that fire, it's going to be what? A grievous sword, all right, in your body. Verse 10, it says, "Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men." Here's the point, to back up the scripture the brother just read. "For they intended evil against thee. They imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. All right, they're not gonna. It says when he is about to fill his belly, when he is almost done, when he's almost completing this demonic ass plan, the Lord is what? Gonna put him in straits, man.
Yeah.
And he's gonna what? Rain upon him the fiery fury of his wrath. Roughly paraphrasing that Job, man.
Yeah, because this is nothing new with this devil, you know, and the rest of these nations, what they're doing. You know, it's new in the form of what? The technology and, you know, what we have on this earth. But the concept of what they're doing is not new. Because what they're doing is trying to build what? A technological Tower of Babel.
Yes.
This is what they're doing, man. You know, what did the Lord do? You know,
Confounded.
he confounded it back then. You see? So he's going to do the same thing today. It calls, somebody type in Nimrod. It should be in the book of, no. It's in the prophetic books. I want to say it's like Nahum or,
Micah.
it's Micah. There it is.
5 and 6.
Yeah, it says Micah 5 and 6, and they shall waste the land of Assyria with the sword, and the
That's
land.
talking about America. America's about to be wiped clean, man, via the nuclear missiles, man. But go ahead.
In the land of Nimrod, in the entrances
You
thereof.
see? So this place is spiritually called the land of Nimrod as well, man. And what was Nimrod known for? Right? He gathered all the nations together in order to what? To build the Tower of Babel, and the Lord confounded it, man. So this is what Esau trying to reestablish, but it's trying to be technological now. You know, through the AI, through everyone being C-hipped and under one policy and under one,
A part of the Internet of Bodies.
Well, that's the spirit you said
Internet of
that.
Things.
Because I had also asked chat, this is all the other day, man. You know, what other countries are moving toward biometrics and digital currencies? Example given, like Niger, right? Because we just read about, or we spoke about
States.
Mali,
Yeah.
you know,
Niger.
Burkina, Shina,
Yeah.
you know, whatever the hell that damn country called,
Who the
man.
fuck are they?
The Sahel states, like the brother said. But it says many countries across Africa, Asia, Europe, and the Americas are moving toward biometric identification systems and central bank digital currencies, which CBDCs. You see, which these two things are going to tie in together. These efforts are usually framed around financial inclusion. Now, why do they keep using that word, financial inclusion, right? So let's look up what financial inclusion actually means. You go into financial inclusion. It says the financial inclusion is the effort to ensure that all individuals and businesses have access to and can effectively use appropriate, affordable, and timely financial products and services, such as banking, loans, insurance, investment, and opportunities. Why financial inclusion matters. Financial inclusion is widely considered a key enabler for reducing poverty and boosting prosperity, as it allows individuals and businesses to manage day-to-day finances, absorb financial shocks, and invest in their futures, man. You see? So they're painting it as if they're under this old system, there's too many people going under the radar that's not getting enough benefits that they should be getting. You see? So under this biometric system, underneath this CBD system,
Universal basic income.
these people who are going under the radar, they're no longer under the radar, so they can give the access and the benefits that they need. You see how devilish this dude is, bro?
Deceiving you.
And war was in his heart. He said his words were smoother.
Yeah.
Bro, this dude is, bro, he gotta go, bro. He gotta go.
Who art, O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed.
Yeah.
Destroy
Yeah.
her.
And what does it say? It says that the serpent was more cunning than any beast of the field, man. It also called Esau what? A cunning hunter.
Yeah.
You see? So this dude know how to get the minds of the people, man.
Strategic.
So it says these efforts are usually framed around financial inclusion, security, and efficiency, though critics often raise concerns about privacy, surveillance, and coercion. Below is a clear global snapshot, man. Right? So they try to say that it's going to be more efficient. It's going to be more security.
Inclusive.
People can't steal or try to take it from you, man. And everybody going to get their little portion and able to get it, you know? But it says the critics talk about what? Invading of privacy, constant surveillance, you know? So this dude got to go, man. Because ultimately, what he's trying to do, he's trying to play the Most High. You know, he wants to be the Most High. You know, this 6G is supposed to think for you real time, bro. You know, I can't articulate it as good as that redacted the Edomite dude on redacted. Man, he was breaking it down real good, man. You know, Elder Ariala kind of simplified it too. Like for instance, right? You might, if I'm talking about an elephant will pop in your mind as soon as I say it. Well, with the 6G, when you say something or speak something or type something in, that's how quick it's supposed to, you know?
The algorithm.
Yeah, and this dude want to predict things before, you know, through the AI. So he trying to be the all-seeing. He wants to be the all-knowing
Record your dreams.
through this technology, man. And that's why Ezekiel 28 highlights this devil, man. Man, it's talking about the king of Tyre. Shut up, you stupid nigga.
Dumb, goofy.
You know? The scriptures talk about what it says, in Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter. It talks about wisdom. It says how she's holy, one only, manifold, subtile, you know? But the key point I want to get is manifold, man. See, a lot of ancient prophecies that happened already, we can apply those prophecies to what's going on today. You stupid nigga. You know? But these dudes who ain't got the gift of the Holy Spirit, at the Wadi Yahweh Basham Yahushua for that, these dudes that ain't got the gift of the Holy Spirit, they can't see these things, man. Just like, for instance, the Tower of Babel. We just read that in Micah and was able to make that correlation, man.
Yeah.
Or grab First Maccabees, the 1st chapter. You know, concerning Antiochus, man. I think you can start at what's that, verse 40?
I got you.
Quick precept.
Yeah. Let it ride.
Job 11 and 7.
And whoever's still holding at Revelation 13, we're gonna touch on that as well.
It says, "In that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is. Know therefore that Yahweh exacteth of thee less than thine iniquity deserveth." So the point is what? That wisdom is double. There's certain scriptures that have a double meaning, or prophecies. There's certain prophecies where it was fulfilled in its time, but then it's being fulfilled is that which shall be. It's being fulfilled. It applies now. All right, that same prophecy which was
Amos 9.
Yep, Amos 9.
Where it says what? The eyes of the Lord is upon the sinful kingdom.
Yeah,
And he would destroy it from off the face of the earth. At one point it was talking about Israel.
Right.
You know, now it applies to America.
Mhm.
You know? There's particular judgments that the Lord pronounced against Jerusalem during that time. You know, which we apply to what? These niggas here in America today.
Yeah.
You see? Nahum, the 3rd chapter.
Nineveh.
Going into Nineveh, which we could apply to America today.
Yeah.
You know?
Can I hit this real quick? What
Go
you
ahead.
quoted? This is Ezekiel 28 and 9. Wilt thou say before him that slayeth thee, I am a God? But thou shalt be a man and no God in the hand of him that slayeth thee. And so we just going into it earlier how this can be applied to Esau, Edom today. He think he a God.
Well, you can read up, and it talks about how he perverted himself through his traffic, man. You know, and the traffic is going into what?
Business.
You know, his commerce and his really his wealth. You see? So now through his control of trade, right? Through his control of the world's resources, look at what this devil has done with it, man. You know? The different precious metals and different things of the earth, and now the Lord gave him the knowledge to put it together. So now he able to make 6G technology. Now he's able to you know, to make AI and you know, because everything we have, what you got it start with a C. It's a cobalt, cobalt, zinc. You know, you got these different minerals, man. You know, out of the earth that they put in the phone.
Carbon.
You know, you got silver and gold conducts, you know,
Conduct
electricity and radio waves and different things, man. You know, so all this, the phone, the TVs and everything, these things are made out of the things of the earth.
Out of
You
the
know?
Lord's creation.
So you put them together, you know, in a certain combination and you get these things, man. You see? So through his control of these different things, he perverted himself, man. Now this nigga created a 6G. When the scientists came and said, look, bro, we need more years to make sure that this shit is cool. This nigga like, fuck that. Roll that shit out there.
Yeah, now it's fuck the scientists.
You know? Well, that's what the 5G was.
Yeah.
Because they was like, look, like, nah, this bro,
not-
these,
it's not
it has
good.
an effect, man. They showed you that. There's pictures of, they got a 5G tower.
It looked like a tree.
And yeah, but it was full. It was turned towards vegetation,
Damn.
and the vegetation on that side all died, man.
Damn.
It all died. You know.
Yeah, Jake, remember the birds that were around the 5G towers that were dropping dead, man?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned that because I remember even in Florida you had certain 5G towers that looked like like trees and
Palm
you had
trees and
birds,
shit.
Yeah, you had birds that was like flying.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, that shit's crazy.
Disoriented and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
There was a lot of
flying into windows.
there was a lot of videos of Esau, especially they were going around with the detectors that detect the radiation, you know, and when you would get around the 5G towers, that shit was going off, man.
Beeping.
Yeah. They were installing it, if I'm not mistaken, they were installing the towers in the hazmat suits, the radioactive
That's
suits,
the
man.
spirit that you said that. Yeah.
Well, the same shit that they spray on your damn crops, you have to have a hazmat suit,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I actually see the shit. I see pesticides and herbicides, and at the gig, this shit is poison. All right, well, the nigga at the job, well, that's just cause it's highly concentrated. Nigga, they still spraying it on the food.
That you finna
It say herbicides, say pesticides, and then it has a fucking skull on it. Hazmat poison,
But
nigga.
even listen to that.
And you can't even ship it with food.
Herbicide.
Yep. You can't.
That word "side" means to kill or death, right?
Suicide, homicide.
Herbicide. Why am I killing the herbs?
Yeah, and he say that it's to kill to stop the bugs and whatever.
There's natural ways of doing that, man.
He don't
But that's why the scripture say that he gonna destroy them that destroy
destroy
the
the
earth.
earth. That's the spirit.
You know, the Lord about to come and destroy this devil. He ain't gonna allow this devil to keep destroying what he created. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For us. You know what I'm saying? It's about to come down where the Lord about to visit this place and establish a righteous kingdom. You know.
It says that he made the earth to be inhabited in the book of Isaiah, and if this devil keeps ruling, no flesh would be saved.
Not
So
even
the Lord
himself.
is shortening the days. That's why 2024 was so fast. That's why 2025 was even faster. 2026 is, bro. Time is speeding up, man. Even that just sounds like the end. 2026. We don't got much longer. All right, that's the energy that the prophets will be coming in. That's the message of the Lord's messengers. Okay, that the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied the downfall of countries, of kingdoms, of war, of evil and pestilence. But you got these guys, they're so-called prophets. They talking about staying here, building here. That's not a true prophet.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the beginning scene when the Terminators was taking shit over and John Connor was fighting against them. When it starts off, bro, the year said 2029. You know?
Damn.
So we in that time period, bro.
Yeah.
It's just showing you that we in that time period, man.
Going back into that Ezekiel the brother had. The end is come, the end is come, behold it is come. Alright, watch it for thee, evil and only evil is come. This is the end. In the book of Peter, 1 Peter the 4th chapter says the end of all things is at hand. Therefore watch and be sober and pray. Alright, in the NLT it says be disciplined in your prayer. Alright, and stay on your watch. That's what we doing. The true watchmen for Israel, blowing the trumpet. How could you be a watchman for Israel, but you're not sounding an alarm on the 6G and tying it in with the prophecies in Revelation 13, which we hold it. Alright, in the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter, the 4th verse, it says that at the end, knowledge shall increase. This is knowledge increasing. Alright? But go ahead.
No.
With that Maccabees.
Oh, this is First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 41. It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
Right. Now what did he do? He wrote unto his kingdom real quick. Jump to Daniel 8 and 25.
Daniel's 8 and 25. It says, and through his policy.
And through his what?
His policy.
That's what he wrote. You see? This is speaking about Antiochus the 4th Epiphanes, man. And he wrote to his kingdom that they should follow those strange laws, man. So through his policy, go ahead. There's nothing new under the sun. It's what Esau Edom is doing today. Go ahead, Op.
It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
Now, that's talking about Antiochus. But
Esau.
damn, can we not apply that to today?
Yeah.
You see? Read that again for me, Baba Kushai.
This is Daniel's 8 and 25.
Because the Lord smote him with that incurable disease, man.
Mhm.
That's him being broken without hand. But go ahead, read that again.
It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Hold that there. Grab Isaiah 10 and 1.
I got it. Isaiah 10 and 1, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have
What
prescribed.
they have prescribed. So going back into what? Winning the 6G. When you look it up on the White House
Fucking state, their statement.
inter,
or whatever, man.
fucking web page or whatever the hell,
Yeah, official
you know?
bullshit.
it's written in there. Implantable devices.
Yeah.
It's written in there.
Talks about the brain, the incision of the brain.
You know. So going into look, and these is things that we've been talking about through the Spirit. There's another one, frame of mischief by
I got
law.
that as well. This is Psalm chapter 94 and 20. It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law?
Yep, which frameth mischief by law, man. You see? So he write all these wicked policies, man, and he put it into law and forced the people to follow him, man. You got it back.
Two more verses on that. Bible Kushai says, they gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. That's who they are targeting. That's the main target. Verse 22, but the Lord Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai is my defense, and my power is the rock of my refuge. The Lord is going to defend us from this devil, man.
Yep, it's a let.
Yep. Well, go ahead, Pop. One more verse. It says, and he shall bring upon them their own iniquity. It's going to fall upon their own head, man. They're going to hang on their own gallows. All right, they're going to fall into their own pit. Okay? It says, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Don't get cut the fuck off, man. All right, when he's about, going back to that Job, when he's about to fill his belly, he shall be in straits. Yea, the Lord, our power, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, shall cut them off. Go ahead.
It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart.
That's what he doing now. He thinking he's a god. That's what we read in Ezekiel, right?
2 Thessalonians
Yeah, I got
2
that.
and 4.
Oh, I had 2 and 8.
2 and 8. Is that it? Might
Oh,
be
that
2
was
and
yours is better.
2 and 4.
Yeah. This second Thessalonians 2 and 4 it says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
And then look,
You got it.
well, in the book of Isaiah, he said, I'll show you that your chariots are not spirit,
But flesh.
but flesh, man. Like the Lord's gonna come down. He going like the Ezekiel, the brother read earlier. Shall you exalt yourself before the face of the
Slay a thee.
yeah, roughly paraphrasing that, man. We gonna see when the real God comes, when the real power shows up, we gonna see who's who. He's gonna all this 5-6G bullshit, all this technology, these different high level planes and warcrafts that they got some high level shit. They got some high level weapons, but it's low level compared to what Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai has. The host of heaven, the Lord of Sabaoth. All right, he said Michael is coming. He bring him. Yahweh Shai bringing Michael with him. All right, he said this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. He gonna show all the little weak ass fighter jets you got, all the technology, all the different weapons you got. He gonna show that's nothing. All right, light year. The Lord is light years ahead of you, man. You got some throwaway shit. All right, that the Lord allowed you to have just to give you that pride to think that you're on one. He think he's on one. He think he on one because the nigga got 6G. Nigga got some goddamn 6G and a satellite. Fucking a warplane. You gotta gas up the engines. Alright? You can control it with the damn, control it. That shit can autopilot. Okay, that shit can autopilot. He really think he doing something, man. The Lord gonna show him, I'm the true God, the one only power. Alright?
It says, he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
Yep, and by peace. Now, a part of that is what we just read. Financial inclusion. Oh, this is how we are better able to serve the people, and people that fall below the radar now, they're able to get the aid and the help that they need, and this, that, and the third. You know? He thinking, he portraying himself, you know? Now, that actually took place, going back to that Maccabees, when he came into the city like he was all cool, man. You know? And then he fell upon the city with the sword after our people received him, man.
Right. That scripture that say what when he say peace and safety.
It's 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
They ain't about to escape the wrath that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah about to bring unto this place, man. You know, the Lord is going to be the one that bring true peace. You know what I'm saying? That's when we're gonna have peace and rest and justice. This devil, as long as this devil is in rulership, man, it's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be war, death, wickedness. That's all that's gonna happen as long as this devil is ruling, man. So that's why the Lord is gonna come and bring that standard, you know, bring His wrath to this place, you know. But reading on, it says, he shall also stand up against the prince of princes. That's prideful as hell, man. You think you about to go to war with Yahweh Shai, man? It tells you that in 2nd Esdras 13 that he think he gonna go to war with Yahweh Shai. That's why they building up they space programs and this and that. You had Ronald Reagan saying how that they should all come together if someone you know come from something he said, you know.
Basically, if an outer space threat comes, they should the whole world should come together. Basically,
how quickly we would drop our differences.
Right. Yep.
And the scripture says that. It says, though they were afraid, yet they durst fight.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it says they shall leave their battle, that they was fighting with each other. They gonna fight against the Lord.
Man, he smoked.
That's a battle you gonna lose, man. It's crazy, but it says, but he shall be broken without hand.
What did it say? The Lord, Esdras, he said that the Lord, he made the lift sword.
Right.
Lord Spirit, and all he seen out of it came out of his mouth a blast fire.
Smoke.
You know. So now once again, that's talking about Antiochus, but we're applying it to the judgment the Lord's going to bring upon Esau today.
Right.
You know. You need this phone?
Yeah. The water.
Right, that's it on that Daniel. I think let's go back to the Maccabees. Yep.
Back in First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 41 again, it says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and every one should leave his laws.
Now what does this line up with? Revelation 13. He calls it all. Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. This is going to be written in law. And it's going to be an international law. You know? Just like we was reading about the FATF or whatever the hell, man. Right? That international organization, you know, which monitors where countries are spending their money at, you know. This dude, you know, that's Habakkuk though. He heapeth unto him all people.
Yep.
You know? Go ahead though.
It says, verse 42 again, it says, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
And it's going to be the same thing in these last days. Many of these jakes, man, are going to bend the knee, you know, to this new system that's going to be established. Go ahead.
It says, and sacrifice unto idols and profane the Sabbath.
There it is. You know, and niggas already doing that today.
Yes.
profaning the Sabbath. You can pop your woman on the Sabbath day, man.
Sweet.
Man, bro.
You know?
Niggas,
So look at what they teaching openly now. Telling people to take the Jamba Juice.
Right.
Yep.
You know? So when these things are going to be a requirement
Oh yeah.
to get aid, to pay your rent, to have a job, what do you think they're going to tell their congregation to do, man? Same thing they told them when it came to the jump shot.
Take it.
You know?
Right. Then thinking you could take it, but then take it out. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to? The Lord already said, if you take it, there's repercussions. Revelations 14 and 9 and 10. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no taking it and thinking you're going to take it out, man. The Lord said don't take it. Don't take it, man. That's it. You know, are you going to trust in the Lord or are you going to trust in man? That's what it all going to boil down to, you know. But,
Yep, it's gonna be shown forth that they don't believe in the Lord, man. Which we see it now. You know, they not talking about the return of Yahweh Shai, man. Look at what they talking about.
They ain't talking about how the Lord said He gonna keep us from that.
You know? Well, they ain't talking about none of that. Like,
They ain't talking about none of that.
they not talking about the Lord's return. They not talking about, you know,
At
the
all.
destruction of America. They not talking about none of that,
None
man.
of that. They
They not
worry about
hastening the day.
us cursing their ass out. Like
They worried about building here in America, man.
building and land grabs.
I got one real quick. 2 Peter 3 and 11. And this is, I'm going to read it in the NLT. It says, since everything around us is going to be destroyed like this, I should read, I'll just keep going. Like this, what holy and godly lives should you live? Looking forward to the day of the Most High power and hurrying it along. On that day, He will set the heavens on fire, and the elements will melt away in the flames. You know, hastening that day, like you had just said. You know what I'm saying?
Reading the KJV, it says looking for and hastening the day. And that's what we're doing, man. Just like the brother was making mention of, these other camps are not doing that. They're not looking forward to the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai.
Like it goes back to what your call said. Think upon the wrath to come. We thinking about that, like how we conducting ourselves to escape that. You know.
I'll read one more. It says, but we are looking forward to the new heavens and the new earth He has promised.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we looking for. We ain't looking for no damn 15% of America that's about to be destroyed. What kind of nonsense is, and this is someone that say he in the truth, but you talking about some 15, he could at least say give us all of America.
It's all gonna be destroyed even still.
But, right, but at least say that.
Shit. Well, he say it's the home of the truth.
That's home
He
of
say
lies,
he
boy.
say he the second in command underneath Yahweh Shai.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy work right there.
That's wild.
And he talking about 15% of America.
Lord,
It's not, bro.
he said 15% of America. It said the Lord said that. He said we shall be kings and priests and we shall reign upon the earth. So the Lord gonna give us the
Bro, yeah. In the book of Revelation, Yahweh Shai said, he that overcometh shall inherit all things. Not just 15% of a polluted ass land.
that's gonna get destroyed.
With they face on the money. Man, what the that dude is through. Hey, but that's why this gonna be the year of apostates, agents, and sellouts, man. And they go about who mouths must be shut, you know. And that's the times we come in. The Lord about to shut all this shit down, man. Rightfully so, man. You know. I'll just finish this real quick. It says, but we are looking forward to the new heavens and new earth He has promised, a world filled with the Most High's righteousness. That's what we're looking forward to, man. So what matter of person should you all be in? All holy conversation, man. Looking for the end of this place. Not want this place to continue on another year, you know, another day, you know. We hastening the time for the Lord to come and return and put things in order, man, so that we can really have peace and rest. Cause you're never gonna have that in this place, man. This place was here for us to be slaves. That's all we is slaves here, man. And we just passing by, you know.
Yeah, because we looking for, you know, I'll pull this priest up real quick. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 144.
Man, I love that 144 and 1 too, boy.
This is Psalms 144, and I start at 5. It says, "Bow thy heavens, O Yahweh Ba'Sham Yahushai, and come down." So we wait on the return of Yahweh Shai, man, right? "Touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Cast forth lightning and scatter them. Shoot out thy arrows and destroy them. Send thy hand from above. Rid me and deliver me out of great waters, from the hand of strange children."
Man.
You know? And that's what we're looking forward to, man. The deliverance out of this place, man. You see? So that the Lord can rain down his indignation upon this place. You know, and upon our deliverance, Lord, will we be of that number? What's going to take place? We're going to be changed in the twinkling of an eye. You see? So when Holy Jerusalem come back down out of heaven, as John seen in Revelation 21, they're going to be adorned. The scripture says adorned as a bride for her husband. You know? That's talking about what? Those new bodies being in. You know? And that new body is going to be likened unto Yahweh Shai's body, as it is written in Philippians, the 3rd chapter, where he's able to subdue all things to himself. So we're looking to be changed so that we're able to what? You know, to reward all unrighteousness, man, when our righteousness is fulfilled. That's written in 2 Corinthians, the 10th chapter. You know? So what we waiting on, man, to be able to clean up the earth that the Lord made for our sake, man. Lord's will, if we have that number, we help create. You know? Just imagine, you took your time and you labored and you built a crib for yourself, man. You know? And you end up losing the crib, and then you watching some just pathetic, trash-ass individual, bro. He completely trashed the crib that you spent your time, effort, and energy into building.
That's the earth.
And you just watching this nigga just trash the crib, bro. You know? You could just, it's just the pain that you feel like, man, I can't wait till I'm able to get this nigga out of my crib that I built.
And that's how we feel, bro.
You know, and that's how we feel. It's like we in debt right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We waiting for our kinsman redeemer to be able to get us out of this debt so we can take back what's rightfully ours, man. You know?
Yep, this world was created for our sake, man. And you heathens as well. So, hey, that's what the Lord's about to come to do, man. Establish that righteous kingdom here on earth, man. And get rid of all wickedness. Everybody gonna be happy when the righteous is ruling. Like it tells you, what's that, Proverbs 29?
After they get beat over their head.
Yeah, they gonna like it too. It's like you want us to have nothing and own nothing and be happy. Hey, that's how y'all gonna be. You better be happy. You better not have a frown on your face, man.
They will be after they get their ass whooped. You know, because they're gonna realize like, damn. You know, that shit that we wanted, nah, this way better.
Yeah.
You know? I got my own piece of land. My water ain't polluted. I can drink water from the actual river.
No seed.
You know?
No seed in watermelon.
I can go hunt. My wife ain't a whore. My daughter ain't a slut.
No
Son's
chicken
not a
heads.
fruit.
My
no
son got a
crackheads.
bhakti boy,
Taste the
as
air.
brothers say, man.
No chemtrails.
You know? I ain't got to worry about GMO foods.
No cancer.
You know?
Man, bro.
You gonna eat what you able to grow.
You got your own land.
You ain't got to worry about a license to fucking hunt.
You got a license for every goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Bro.
License to
Adultery.
fish, license to drive, license to build on your
License
own
to
house.
hunt, license to add to what's already yours.
License to apply for a license.
Rainwater, bro.
Permits and shit.
Polluted ass rainwater.
Polluted ass water they charge you for.
Polluted
That's
water.
crazy, bro.
All they gotta do is put something in the water. What you say in that Belco experience? Something, it's in the water. They try to act like the niggas crazy, but no, they actually put shit in the water. That's the easiest way, you know, to push out disease. All right, because they control the water. They control everything.
Well, you notice in movies like that, they always
Make
Paint
it crazy.
the dude that know what it is.
Yeah,
They paint him as if he's crazy.
but he ended up being right.
I'm thinking of who cloned
Tyrone.
Tyrone?
Oh, the old man.
The old man. He knew the breakdown, bro.
Zion.
Zion.
Well, he told him where to go, but he kept saying what was the problem.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
You know,
Young blood.
he kept telling him. Well, he said it's in the chicken.
It's in the chick. It's in
It's in the drink. Like he kept giving the breakdown, like, bro, that's what it is,
And it actually is.
and that's what it actually was.
In real life, like in real life, it's actually in the chick, like it's actually in the food.
And then he gave him where to go. Go to Zion, you know, and he went to that church, you know.
Yep, 2012, they had that dude, he was, broadcasting and telling them it's the end of the world, and he's crazy, but then at the end, he's right.
Oh,
the nigga was bugged out and shit, because of the flames and everything, had him get smoked. Alright, but in the Lord's movie, according to the script, the ones that you calling crazy, he's gonna deliver in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. It says, they shall be amazed by the strength of his salvation.
So
How
far
is
beyond all that they
so
look for.
far beyond all that they look for? How is he accounted among the saints, the sons of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, this who he has sometimes in derision? What is our pride and our vaunting and our riches profited us?
Yeah, they said how they counted his life madness, and saying that he was crazy. Which they also did with our Lord Yahweh Shai. They said that he was crazy. They said that he was beside himself. You know, and that's how they look at us. They look at us as if we're like crazy on the highways and byways, we're snow dummies, we're bums, which will be that. You know, we'll be fools for Yahweh Shai's sake. You know, and return of getting the glorious kingdom. What it says, when you read down in that Wisdom of Solomon, it talks about. I posted it in the chat earlier, but it talks about receiving the glorious kingdom, or at the crown
From the Lord's hand.
From the Lord's hand. You know.
I got something to back you up. I'm gonna jump down in that 144, Psalms 144 again, verse 11. It says, "Rid me and deliver me from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood." Man, they strengthen lies, bro. That's all it's about, bro. You know, it's all about deceit, lies, and treachery when it comes to this dude, bro.
That's all, man.
This verse 12 though. This is why I want to read this, because you mentioned, damn, you just said what you said.
About receiving the glorious kingdom.
The glorious kingdom, man, and the salvation to come, right? This verse 12. So verse 11 says, "Rid me and deliver me from the hand of strange children." Verse 12, "That our sons may be as plants grown up in their youth, that our daughters may be as cornerstones, polished after the similitude of a palace." You see? So that your sons and daughters can grow up properly nurtured in their proper mentality, bruh.
Raised in righteousness.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Instead of raised in a damn broken home.
Or food system.
Bro, it's gonna come a time where there's not gonna be any more YNs, bro. Or these little ratchet ass
YBs.
Females that's running around here.
Bro, you know what's
WNs.
one of the things that pisses me off the most, bro? A nigga in a bonnet, bro.
That's just your time, bro.
That's instantly get me infuriated, bruh. It's the young niggas too. It be the young niggas. This nigga got a bonnet and pimple patches on,
Pink nails,
which is
baby.
a sticker. It's a sticker that you
Shit
put on the
that
damn.
women do. They
Yeah.
put that shit on their face.
Even they look
Yeah,
fucking
I was about to say,
stupid.
you know women.
You look stupid
Like
with a damn
fucking,
bonnet.
dope kid.
You look stupid with a damn pimple sticker to cover up. It's really bringing more goddamn attention. So you got a bright yellow star on your damn. You got 4 or 5 of them on your damn face and a
Like
bonnet.
galaxy.
Yeah.
But you're a dude with that shit in the gym. What's going on? This a nigga like that gotta go. These people gotta go. It's time the Lord get us up out of here, man. It's time that the Lord come save his elect and get rid of the wicked and establish a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. This is what the earth needs. This is what creation needs. Alright? Otherwise, going back into that Matthew we quoted earlier, no flesh would be saved. Look at the direction of the world. Look at the direction that this place is heading to, man.
Idiocracy.
These people are stupid. People are dumbed down. All right. In the book of 2 Ezra, it says that what? That this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. Everybody's sick. All right. All these people, it says, folly is set in great dignity. The rich sit in a low place. All these people is worshiping folly, entertained off of wickedness, destruction. People say, yeah, send the meteors. Send the meteors. A meteor's not going to destroy this place. Missiles from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to destroy this place. He said he created the smith and the waster to destroy. The weapons of his indignation that coming from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth. That's going to make desolate the whole land. That's what needs to come to this place. The judgment of Yahweh Ba'Hasham Yahweh Shai. That's the solution. Going back into damn General Yohana. Jake Shields, former UFC fighter, asked him, turned podcaster, asked him, oh, so what's the solution? This nigga said 15% of America. 15% of America. That's a low-level way of thinking. And he's supposed to be the general. He's supposed to be second in command. No, the solution is Yahweh Ba'Hasham Yahweh Shai bringing judgment upon this place. That's the solution. That's what's going to fix the world's problems. Not just black people's problems. Right? The world's problems will be fixed off of Yahweh Shai, whom the world English calls Jesus Christ, will be fixed off of him, off of his return. You got something?
It's verse 13. It says that our garners may be full, affording all manner of store. That are in here what? You shall own nothing and be happy. You know?
Yeah.
You barely got enough to sustain yourself, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that's for those that got something. Really, people out here struggling, hurt. They don't got enough to sustain themselves.
Broke.
Man.
America's broke.
You know? But this is talking about what? That when deliverance is brought, that our garners may be full, affording all manner of store. That our sheep may bring forth thousands and 10,000s in our streets.
Yeah. It's the complete opposite.
You ain't got nothing here, bro.
You don't got
ain't got no sheep.
You don't
You know
got
how much
store.
money you can make off sheep, man?
No cattle.
You know? The more sheep you have, you can use it for wool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, goat
Milk.
milk, different
Milk.
things. You know? Cattle brings forth wealth, man.
Abundance.
Ain't got nothing in this place, but a nigga talking about 15%. We gonna build the greatest kingdom you ever seen,
And they got the nerve to call someone a bum. You have nothing.
bro. The greatest kingdom this earth ever seen was King Solomon. Ain't no way in hell you finna build that here in America, bro. But these dudes really think that highly of themselves, bro. It shows you these guys really exalt themselves above Yahweh Shai, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he came on a white horse. You bought fucking Nathaniel, the IUIC. Came on a white horse. Yahweh Shai came lowly on an ass. He came on a white horse. Above, showing you how he exalts himself. But you got it.
It's verse 14. It says that our oxen may be strong to labor, that there be no breaking in nor going out. Meaning what? That oxen is able to work and produce, and wealth is just being,
Everything is gonna prosper.
It says that there be no complaining in our streets. Happy is that people that is in such a case. Yea, happy is that people whose God is Yahweh, Ba'Hasham Yahweh Shai. They ain't talking about the whole world, Craig.
Happy.
The Lord said that I am your God and none else.
The Lord has done great things for them.
And that ain't just saying that the heathen ain't gonna be on shit. Through the blessing that's gonna be brought upon the elect of the children of Israel and the rest of Israel that are gonna be born back into the covenant in that time, the rest of the nations,
They're gonna be straight.
you gonna benefit off the blessing of the Israelites,
Off
man.
the righteous
Joy to the
rulership.
world.
You know?
It says when the wicked are authority, the people mourn, but when the righteous, come into power, the people gonna rejoice.
They're gonna rejoice. They're gonna go up to Jerusalem after they get beat over their head. And they're gonna say, let us go up and learn of his ways.
Yep.
And let us walk in his paths, man. Because out of Zion shall go forth the law.
Yep.
And
Then that Deuteronomy 4 is gonna be in
That's the
full
spirit.
manifestation, man.
Yep. Yep.
What nation hath a God so near?
Nah,
What people is so wise that has laws so great? That precept is going to be highlighted in that time, man. You see? And this is what we're looking forward to, man. When there's harmony and peace and righteousness throughout the earth. And all wickedness and injustice is dealt with just like that.
Instant. Expeditious.
You holding something?
Yeah, this is Wisdom of Solomon 6:24. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world.
I like how I say it in the GNT. Because it says the more wise people there are, the better the world will be. It ain't talking about fucking Bill Gates.
That nigga's a clown.
You know, that nigga ain't wise,
You
man.
talking about getting rid of more trees?
What was that one nigga?
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, they ain't talking about niggas like that, bro. You know, that ain't talking about them, bro.
Clowns.
The wisdom it's talking about wise in the instructions of Yahweh about Shem Yahweh Shai. You know? Go ahead,
It says that the wisdom of this world is foolishness in the eyes of the Most High.
That's right.
So that shows you, man.
Well, it says that the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. Neither is the counsel of sinners prudence in the book of Sirach, man. You know?
I just went ahead and jumped over to the GNT. It's Wisdom of Solomon 6:24. No, indeed, the more wise people there are, the safer the world will be.
Ooh, the safer the world would be.
This world is
You know what I'm saying? It ain't finna be millions of missing children, bro.
This place is not safe.
You know?
It's not safe for children. You gotta protect yourself having sex.
You ain't gotta worry about children coming up missing, you know, because they being sacrificed and their blood is being drunk.
Damn.
Or they're being used in
abuse.
weirdo fucking party schemes, man. You know?
Filthy.
Unsolved cases.
Pizzagate.
This nigga ordering. You think this nigga ordering a large cheese pizza? Really, he's ordering little boys.
Or what was that shit that was brought out? They was ordering on the furniture,
Yeah.
but it was really ordering children, man.
Wayfair, Waygate, something like that.
You know? Crazy, man. Like the brother said. You know? You dealing with a woman, you gotta make sure you wrap up. Man, there ain't finna be none of that in the world we coming into, man.
Yeah, the fuck.
That's crazy.
You know?
Fruitful and multiply.
The woman you lay down with, if she laid with somebody before, it was your ass.
Right.
I'm that somebody.
You know?
The before and after.
Yeah.
And other than that, she ain't never laid with nobody when you gonna deal with her, man.
You gonna be the first. You gonna be her first, and you gonna be her last.
Good, clean,
You
girl.
know, I'm thinking of that Barry White song. Damn, how did he say it? My first, my last, my everything. You know? That's how it's gonna be.
In a righteous society, I had a precept. Was you done with that?
No, it's a little bit more. It says, the more wise people there are, the safer the world will be. A sensible king can be depended on to give his people this kind of security.
Ooh, a sensible king
Sense.
can be depended upon to give his people this type of security, man. And that's why it's written that the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and he will give over it one that is profitable, man.
Due season. Profitable.
And that starts with our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. Ruling upon the throne of David. You see?
David
And that's
right.
another thing these dudes don't talk about because they ain't a part of it, man. The throne of David. Have you heard Bishop Nate talk about the throne of David?
Oh no.
What about Johanna? You don't hear about these other guys talk about the throne of David, bro.
Forgot about him.
You see? Because they're not of the house of David, man. You know? The throne of the beloved. That's what's about to come back into this earth, man. Really, it's already here. According to Daniel, the 2nd chapter, the 44th verse.
Yeah.
You know?
Was it the tabernacles of David?
Well, that's Amos 9.
That's Amos? Okay.
You know? Daniel 2:44 says, in the days of these kings,
Oh, yeah.
shall the Most High establish a kingdom,
What?
you know, that shall not be destroyed and shall not be left to other people, man. You know? That's the throne of David right there, man. That's the kingdom that's being built with Yahweh Shah sitting on in the chief seat, man. See, that's gonna be the governance that's gonna establish true justice in the earth. Isaiah 32, a king shall rule in righteousness and princes in judgment. There's a precept in Psalms where it says that there be set thrones.
Oh yeah, yep.
You know, the thrones of David, man. I'm roughly paraphrasing that, man. When you read that in NLT, it says the dynasty, the Davidic dynasty, man. You know, you think about the 90s Bulls, you know,
What's the
2000 Lakers. They'd be like, that's a dynasty, back to back. You know?
Splash Bros?
Well, when Yahweh Shah returns, bro, a dynasty is going to be established. You hear me?
Never ending.
Yeah, I was about to say
The
last.
Bulls came to an end, bro. They broke up, bro. Look at them Bulls now.
Kobe
Throw.
died.
Kobe's dead.
Dead.
All
Going
right.
to be dying now.
Going to be
To
dying.
be dying.
This nigga Shaq, this nigga a cop, this nigga a doctor, this big ass nigga a doctor.
All types
This
of
nigga,
science.
yeah, this nigga on side. What the fuck you doing?
What was that that fucking shit you supposed to rub on your back?
Icy hot.
Icy hot.
Icy hot.
Yeah, this big ass nigga in commercials, dancing and shit.
Jim House.
He's a clown. Big ass clown.
Insurance commercial.
Big ass nigga, bro. You should be on the front line, nigga, with a shield in your hand with a spear, nigga.
Come on, bro. This big ass, bro.
Joking all the goddamn time. This Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 9. With my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yea, with my, that's what we desire. In the book of Psalms says, there's none that I desire on this earth but thee, O Lord.
And the night represents what? Esau's rulership, man.
Fucking darkness.
You know?
Gross darkness.
That's why there's a precept where it says, my soul thirsts for the living power. When shall I appear before my God? That's either Psalms 42 or Psalm 63. Always get them mixed, you know. But it says, I thirst for the living power, man. When shall I stand before him to see thy power? You know, roughly paraphrasing that account, man. You got it.
What's that scripture? I'll be glad when I awake with thy likeness.
Yeah, I think that's Psalms as well.
But this back in that Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 9, it says, with my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yea, with my spirit within me will I seek thee early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness. And that's what's going to fix the world. The Lord's judgments. All right? It's going to fix the world. It's going to put this place back together, man. All right? Get rid of the Bati boys. Get rid of the whores. All right? Get rid of all the wickedness.
Right.
Get rid of this devil.
Do me a favor. Grab Isaiah 11 and 1. The point is like verse 3 or 4, if I'm not mistaken.
This is Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 1. It says, and there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse.
Jesse being the father of David. So it's talking about what? Our Lord Yahweh Shai, which comes from that lineage. Go ahead.
And a branch shall grow out of his roots.
Mm-hmm.
And the spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and the fear of the Lord Yahweh,
Mm-hmm.
and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord Yahweh.
And those that are in his spirit, those that are in together with him in one body, this applies to them as well. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears.
Go ahead.
But with righteousness shall he judge the poor and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth.
And reprove with equity the meek of the earth. So that's getting us right first, man. Right? Starting with his elect and in the nation of Israel. But go ahead.
It says, and he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked.
That's Revelation 19.
That's
Right? It says that a sharp sword goeth out, and he gonna smite the nations with it, man. That's the judgment upon his return. But also, right, being applied to when those punishments are divvied out in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know? Because it's gonna take some time to get whip these heathen into shape. Moab's still gonna want to chew on a goddamn octopus.
Biting a dog.
You know? His ass gonna be in the field looking at the dog. You know? We're gonna have to bust his ass over the head. Elam. His ass gonna try to wrestle in a goddamn, a dunghill. You know?
Ham just won't stop putting his head in the cow, trying to keep putting his head in the damn cow's ass. Getting pissed on.
Stop that.
This is what they actually do. Getting pissed on the cow, putting their hand on the cow's ass and shit.
Yeah, there's gonna be judgment for those things, man. You know?
That's crazy, bro. You gotta
As soon as they think it, whoop,
Yeah.
right upside his head, man.
Yeah. Moab's trying to eat the dog. Esau's trying to pop the dog.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You gotta actually stop this nigga from doing weird shit.
He needs to be in chains.
They
All of
gotta,
them.
they gotta be moved.
They were created to be enslaved by the Israelites.
This is why the scripture says, you shall rule them with a
With a
rod of iron, and thou shalt break them
Come
in
on now.
pieces as a potter's vessel, man. You know, those heathenistic ways, it has to be broken, and the Lord's going to allow us to break it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in 1,000 years, bro, that's over. That's overkill.
We'll get them right together.
You know how many generations that is?
Brutality.
You know?
Finish him.
So 1,000 years of being beat over the head and then being instructed in the ways of Yahweh Shai? Come on now. Go ahead.
It says, verse 5, it says, "And the righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins." It says, "The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb."
You see? So when Yahweh Shai returns, this is the harmony that's going to be in our land, bro. Go ahead.
It says, "And the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them." It says, "And the cow and the bear shall feed their young ones." It's like I'm slowing down. It says, and the cow and the bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox."
Come on now.
It says,
Great, right? It's even hard to envision that.
Bro, like the picture we seen with the lion. Are you saying how they'll starve themselves out before they eat grass, or before they so they don't eat grass?
You know, look at that change is going to happen upon the establishment of the Israelites, bro.
Peace.
that's powerful.
True peace.
You know?
That's different, bro. It's gonna be different.
We're gonna get to enjoy the earth for what it was intended for. The earth was created to be enjoyed. All right, going back into what Eden means, it goes back to the Hebrew Adam, which means a paradise or joy, pleasure. That's what the earth was created for. But you can't give yourself over to that in this society, because the pleasures of this society leads to death. We have to refrain from our pleasures and our desires, man. All right, delayed gratification. Delayed gratification, and Dallas was going into it. Impulse control.
Yeah.
We gotta control our impulses. You know. Delayed gratification. You know what? We're delaying ourselves. All right, and we're gonna get the gratification later. All right, where it's pure, where it's holy, where it's righteous. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, "And the sucking child shall play."
This is the only thing that's pure. This is the only thing that's pure on this earth. What we going into, this book, this word, this truth, this knowledge, this faith, it's the only thing that's pure. That's why we cleave so hard onto it, because everything else, we look at everything else like this is through. The women ain't none of these women pure. Even a virgin really ain't pure. All right, her mind has been polluted by Babylon. All right, and even if let's say she came from South America, Central America, all right, and she comes over here, it's not gonna take long for her to get polluted by the ways of Babylon. It talks about how she causeth all, America causeth all, to drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So this society, this country has spread its influence throughout the whole entire earth, to where you got women in other countries acting like they're in America. So how much more coming to America? They'll instantly get drunk off of that wine. The mother of harlots. That's why you got something called the passport bros. Niggas going overseas because there's too much. Oh, these women here in America is too hard to deal with. That's the joy of a man. All right, is a woman. You can't even have that. The wine. We talking about the wine. The wine is fucking polluted. There's all type of chemicals and forever chemicals, Roundup in the wine. They're not making the shit right. Everything is polluted. Go ahead. It said Micah 2:10. Rise and depart. This is not your rest. It is polluted. It'll destroy you with the sword of destruction. If you don't arise and depart, you will be destroyed with this place. That's the message. Niggas is laying down and cleaving. Oh, America. This is what they're doing. America is lying, cuddling up with America. They don't want to leave this place, man. Nah, we ready to get the fuck up out of here. Go ahead.
It says, verse 8, It says, and the sucking child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child.
Bro, a baby, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna play with poisonous animals. But go ahead.
It says, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice den. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea.
As the waters cover the sea, man. You know, so there's gonna be harmony in our land, man. Peace and tranquility, you know, within our borders, bruh. And that's what we're looking forward to.
Right.
You see?
Not no damn Black America.
And through that righteousness being rooted in the earth and ruling out of Jerusalem,
It's gonna spread.
it's gonna spread to the other nations, man. You know, to where there's gonna be order and justice within their lands, man.
We'll be sure. It's not gonna be a drive-by in Jerusalem. Bullet shells on golden streets. This nigga talking about Black America. There's still gonna be drive-bys. Still gonna be niggas gangbanging. Still
Yeah,
gonna be
well, that's the
adultery.
thing. Them niggas ain't talking about. Once again, like to highlight the point, they're not talking about the return of Yahweh Shai. So if they're not talking about the return of Yahweh Shai, they're not talking about being
They ain't
taken
talking
out of this body.
Ain't talking about nothing.
And they ain't talking about being taken out of this body, then you know.
Then they
Then
talking
you
about
got
death.
certain niggas talking about the we in the new covenant already.
Nigga getting
Them
baptized.
new covenant niggas, you know, beefing with each other. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas fell apart under the new covenant.
In and out the hospital.
Teaching us that we in the new covenant.
It can't be.
Nigga, the scripture says the new covenant you wouldn't have to teach.
Right.
But you teaching that we in the new covenant. Crazy.
Strong delusion.
Get it together.
You know?
Stop it.
But all these niggas, yeah, stop.
Get some help.
Get some help.
Needs some milk.
You know? Yeah, these dudes is bugged out, man.
Need some milk.
You know? But we're the ones talking about what? The return of Yahweh Shai, man. The downfall of this present evil world, man. You know? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. That's what we're looking forward to.
Ain't nothing after
That
that.
order.
You know? We're gonna start to wrap up. That was it on that. That's what I wanted. You know, just to show this tranquility we looking forward to, man. You know? Black America. Like the brother was saying, bro, that ain't finna happen in Black America, nigga.
No, that's
No.
You know?
Dark
Get you
bitterness.
get you a bear next to the what it say, the ox.
right.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Shit.
We'll put a-
You
a
stand
baby
by
with
bear.
that.
Shit. They can stand by bear. That's a
You
wrap.
put your hand in the cockroach's den.
Yeah, do that.
She just ain't gonna have a hand.
You know?
Get that shit.
Jake don't know what a cockatrice is.
Get your arm in.
None of that, bro.
What's a cockatrice?
You know? The wolf shall lay down with the lamb.
So put a whoop in the line right now. Demolish that.
You know, so that's what we looking forward to, man. You know? And like we was going into earlier on when we first started, you know, look at what's happening in the world. You know, all these different countries are in conflict with each other. You know, that's wars and rumors of wars what Yahweh Shah told us to look for. And he said, when you see these things, know that they're the beginning of sorrows. When you go into that Greek word for sorrows, it means birth pains or child labor. You know, which precepts 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. You know, these plagues are sent upon the earth, you know, and they're likened unto birth pains, man. You see? So this is what we're witnessing. You know, we're witnessing the birth pains take place. You know, and what happens with a pregnant woman when a baby comes close to being born? Those pains become harder and more intense, you know, and more frequent. So this is what we're going to see.
More unbearable.
You know, we're going to see more of the uprisings, the protests, you know, the civil unrest, all these different things, man. It's going to become more frequent, and they're going to be what? More harsh. So that means what? People are going to start dropping, man. You know, we seeing protests, and somebody might get shot or, you know, injured. Or you hear about one dead over here, or 2 niggas probably died. No, we going to start hearing about 100, 200, 1,000. You know, brother mentioned that the natural disasters, man. You know, these things are going to start ramping up. You know, we hearing about, you know, tornadoes and earthquakes, but you don't hear too many death tolls.
Mm-hmm.
Now that one that was in Turkey and Syria,
Mm-hmm.
there was over 15,000 people.
Yeah, I think
That was child's work, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was like 2-3 years ago. You know,
50,000 people.
it was 50,000 shit, Salakia. Even still, child, that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Light work.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing. You know? These judgments we talking about are gonna ramp up, bro.
Millions of people dying at once.
You know? Where multiple people gonna be deleted at once. To where you gonna know, like, bro, something, nah,
Yeah.
that ain't right.
It's the hand of God.
Yeah.
You know? So if any time was the time, now is the time, man.
Yeah, man.
Let us lock in, let us stay focused,
Repent for
You
the
know?
kingdom of heaven is at hand.
because 2026, man, is looking to be one hell of a fucking year,
I
man.
love it here, bro.
You know, hey, so we gonna end it there. We hope and pray that this was edifying. And we give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Chakodash.
double honors to our apostles and, you know, the bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to you brothers preaching the gospel in truth and sincerity, always in charity. Shalom.
Shalom.